Okay, so this is going to be a video that's going over the Unit 3 problem. So we're going to start with number 17. So what's the domain and range of the relation? So domain, these are just points. So we're actually just going to list, remember domain's your x, range is your y. We're just going to list the values of each point. So on this point here, the x value is a 1. This point here, it's a 2. This point here, it's a 3. This point here is 4, then 5, right? That's not supposed to be 0.4. And then the last one is 6. So this will be your domain. The range values, you're just going to list your y values from each point. I'm just going to go from top to bottom so that they're in order. So this one here is -1, then 0, then 1, 2, 3, 6. Is it a function? Yes, because our x's don't repeat. So this for number 18, what are the values of the range when the domain is this? So we're going to plug in all these values to the x one at a time. So f of -2 is equal to -5 times -2 plus 7, which is 17. F of -1, so plugging in -1 now for x. That would be 12. F of 0 would be 7. F of 1 would be 2. So then when you write them, you want to write them from least to greatest. So 2, 7, 12, 17. So those are all of your range values for that one. Okay, domain and range. So remember, domain is x. X moves left to right. So when I move to the left, I hit this arrow here. That means it's going to -infinity. When I move to the right, I hit that arrow here. And let me draw this little pencil so you can see what I would do in class. So when you move your pencil side to side, it feels like it's stopping here, but it's not. It's still moving to the left. It's just, that's a height issue. So it's going here, left forever, right forever. So in that case, it's going to be all real numbers, or any number. There's no limitation. On these graphs, if there is a limitation, we usually write it as an inequality. So I'm going to see if I can, there we go, turn it, and then we're going to move up and down. So it's going to stop here. It's going to go up forever, but down to 0. So my range is going to be, we're looking at the y value. It's not 3 because 3 is the x. We're looking at the y value, so y is either 0 or greater, or above, if you want to think of it graphically. All right, number 20, you're just plugging in 4 for x, so f of 4 would be equal to 6 times 4 minus 8 over 6, which would be 24 minus 8, which is 16 over 4, and you have to find the square root, which is, it's because I'm already thinking about the answer. So that's going to be 4 over 6, or when you simplify it, 2/3. All right, finding the 0 of the function. So 0 equals 3x. You want to substitute the 0 in for the y value. And then we add 5 to both sides, and we get this. We divide both sides by 3. And you get 5/3 would be your 0 for that. Zeros is always looking for the x-intercept, so we make the y 0. Okay. Find f of 2 on the graph. So this means where the x is equal to 2. So over 1, 2. This is where x is 2. We go up here, and that value, that order pair is 2, 4. They just want the y value. So that's the 4. The f of 5. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is here, but there's nothing up. If you go down, that's going to be, what is that, 1, 2, 3, -3. It's a little off, really, but that's okay. We'll go with -3. F of -1, which is here, down, so that's also going to be -3. And then f of 2 would be here, and you know, there's this point, but there's also this point down here. So there's going to be 2 answers, 2 and -2 for that one. All right, that's it for Unit 3.